Well, good day, everyone, and thank you for joining us for the week of December the 7th as I provide my regular update for your TV on the city of Belleville during these COVID-19 times. And I want to thank your TV again for this opportunity to communicate directly to residents of the city of Belleville to give you a brief update on the happenings of the city during this time. Um, 80 years ago this week, Canada was at war, yesterday was the anniversary of the bombing of Pearl Harbor. And so I know that we look back and recognize the sacrifice that so many people made for the wonderful freedoms we have today, even though we are now at war again in a different type with the COVID-19 virus. But we were successful 80 years ago in that conflict, and we are going to be successful dealing with the COVID-19 virus. Here in our region, in the Hastings and Prince Edward Health Unit region, we have currently, this week, as of the beginning of the week, 35 active cases, and we've had 174 diagnosed or lab confirmed cases since March when the beginning of this situation occurred. We are still in what's called that yellow zone. We were in green, we went to yellow, and I know there was a lot of speculation, people worried that we were going to go to orange, but we're still in the yellow zone, and that means that we're in a protected status. We are protecting ourselves from further spread of the COVID virus in our region. And I ask people to remember all the things we've always spoken about, right? Because they work. Wash your hands, social distance, and if you can't social distance or if you're indoors, wear a mask. In addition to that, we're asking people not to do non-essential travel. So if you don't have to, don't travel into regions where they have higher rates of COVID, or don't have friends from those areas or family from those areas come and visit you. We know that there are reasons people have to travel still today for essential reasons, but we ask everyone just to cooperate with this and help us prevent the spread of COVID-19 in the Hastings and Prince Edward and in the Belleville region. We had some very good news from the federal government that they are expecting the first shipments of the vaccine to come into Canada, perhaps as early as next week. Certainly all provincial governments and the Ontario provincial government are planning a distribution process. These vaccines are very specialized. They have to be treated very specially. What I mean by that is they're temperature controlled. They have a limit of what they call a shelf time, how long before they're actually administered to people. So it is a very big logistical challenge. But the provincial governments and the federal governments are working very well together to plan for that, and we can look forward to having that vaccine come out soon. Doesn't change the fact that this is now December and we are now in the holiday season. And it may not be the same as we've had in previous years, but I ask people to take advantage of everything that we have to offer in our community. The Festival of Lights this year is a little bit different. It's spread out over about a 5-kilometer distance, and take advantage of it and bring a donation for the Gleaners Food Bank when you're at it. In addition, downtown has their Enchanted event with a number of things for you to look at in a safe, socially distanced manner. Go to the Belleville Downtown or the belleville.ca website for more information on those activities. And I encourage you to participate, because at the end of the day, this is still the Christmas season, and we as a community still can celebrate, albeit a little differently, but we still want to celebrate the reason for this season. Speaking of which, the Salvation Army, every year they run a lot of programs helping people in need in our community. And this time of the year, they have their kettle campaign. It's going to be a little different this year. Obviously, they're concerned about the fact that not as many people are at their traditional places where they do the fundraising. And but where you do see them, you will see and here's a picture of me last week launching the TAP app, where you can take your credit card or your debit card and you can just tap it in a sanitary and a safe manner to make a $5 donation to the Salvation Army's kettle campaign. This picture here was me doing the first one here in the city of Belleville, and I can tell you it went off without a hitch. This week, I had the distinct honor of swearing in the 2021 Board of Directors of the Belleville Chamber of Commerce. This is a great organization that represents the business community and their members, and also runs a number of programs for the city of Belleville during the year. And they have a new board of directors that was sworn in, just like they all have from back into the 1850s, before Canada was a country. And I want to congratulate Peter Kempenaar and the new board. And I want to give my gratitude to Greg Suds and the outgoing board for all their work. And of course, we really appreciate the staff that do the work for them. And so congratulations to the Chamber. There are lots of activities going on in our community that are online. This evening I'm going to be joining the Quinte Home Builders Association for their annual Christmas Gala. This year it will be online, but there are a number of organizations that will be doing so to not just celebrate the activities they've done this year, but also as a way to fundraise for the great charities and the causes that they support throughout the year. 2020 has certainly been an interesting year, and while we have certainly persevered through it, the City of Belleville will be there for you. And we are just in the process of deciding how we're going to have the annual New Year's levy. Obviously, we won't be able to get together in person, but I'm now starting to think about the items that I will discuss in my message to residents for the year 2021. And as I go back and look at the year 2020, we have accomplished so much, and we have so much to be really grateful and proud for. Yes, we've lost a lot and we've struggled and we've had some challenges, but there's also so much good in that year. And it really is inspiring as I go back and look at how we've worked together. It's really makes me optimistic for the year 2021. Speaking of how we are going to be there for the year 2021, this week on Wednesday evening at 6:30 on the city's YouTube channel, there is going to be a very special Belleville Senators announcement. So for all fans of the Belleville Senators, season ticket holders, people that are interested, tune in 6:30. Here is the information for the YouTube link, and Your TV will also put this on their Facebook page. But 6:30 p.m., Eugene Melnyk, the owner of the Ottawa Senators and the owner of the Belleville Senators, Anthony LeBlanc, the chief operating or the business officer for the Ottawa Senators, and it'll be moderated by Jack Miller and myself. We'll make a special announcement about how we can ensure that we will see hockey in the future in our community for a long time. And we're so proud of our Belleville Senators, particularly as they are working through finding a way to have a safe resumption of play in the American Hockey League. So that is what I have for this week for viewers in Belleville. Of course, thank you so much, everyone, for your support of not just myself, but also Belleville City Council, as we try to do the best job we can and provide the best direction to our city staff as we deal with this COVID-19 pandemic. No one really gave us any suggestions or a game plan or a playbook for how to deal with it. We're trying to figure our way sort of day by day sometimes, but the support from the community has been outstanding. It's been noticeable, and we appreciate it. And we appreciate Your TV, who gives me this opportunity to communicate directly with you. And if you have any questions for myself or for Belleville City Council, you can always contact us through the Belleville City website, where it has all of our contact information. It's a little too early to wish you all season's greetings, but I look forward to getting back with everyone next week for another update from the City of Belleville. Thanks for now.